In a world where money is no longer the end goal, but merely the starting point, two types of men rule the extremes of luxury. On one side, the desert-born royalty, robed in gold-threaded garments, flying falcons in private jets, and ruling oil empires that stretch beyond the horizon. On the other, Silicon Valley titans, hoodie-clad disruptors with space ambitions, controlling algorithms, data, and the very attention of the modern world. But the question that echoes in whispered circles of elite lounges and private islands is this: who really lives larger? Is it the Sheikh whose palace has a private zoo and streets paved with marble? Or the tech billionaire whose yacht costs more than a small country's GDP? We're not just comparing wealth. We're diving into two completely different ideologies of power, luxury, and status. One born from centuries of inherited monarchy, the other built from code, startups, and sleepless nights. This isn't just East versus West. It's legacy versus innovation, tradition versus disruption, and camels versus Teslas. And by the end of this journey, you'll see a side of the ultra-rich you've never seen before. Because behind every golden palace and every space rocket lies a deeper story. Welcome to Sheikh, tech billionaire. Who really lives larger? Let the battle of opulence begin. The mirage of luxury, hidden behind ivory walls and guarded gates. This isn't just a home. It's a kingdom of one man, a sheikh, a man born into legacy, his wealth passed down not through startups, but through centuries of oil, land, and power. Every square inch of his estate screams opulence. The marble, imported from Carrara, the chandeliers, dripping with real diamonds, and that car, just one of 6. The rest, a collection of luxury vehicles so rare that collectors across the globe whisper his name in envy. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bentleys, each custom-built, each never driven more than a few miles. Because why drive when you have a fleet of private jets and helicopters at your command? When he flies, it's not commercial. It's not even first class. It's gold-accented jets, full-service salons in the sky, and caviar on demand at 30,000 feet. His entourage numbers in the dozens, personal chefs, falcon trainers, tailors, and advisors. His time is measured in moments of pleasure, not pressure. But now, shift scenes. Thousands of miles away, in a dimly lit office nestled deep within Silicon Valley, a different kind of ruler reigns. Not one of birthright, but of code, of vision, of obsession. Here sits a man who looks nothing like royalty. He wears the same hoodie every day, not because he can't afford more, but because he refuses to waste a decision on clothes. His shoes, scuffed. His hair, messy. His eyes, bloodshot. But behind those eyes is an empire that touches almost every life on Earth. He doesn't drive flashy cars. He doesn't flaunt his wealth. Because his wealth isn't meant to be seen. It's meant to be scaled. He owns your browser history, your GPS data, your shopping habits. While the Sheikh buys islands, this man owns the clouds, the data centers, the servers, the artificial intelligence models quietly reshaping civilization behind our screens. He doesn't sleep much. Don't vacation. His idea of a getaway, a silent meditation retreat, or maybe a cryotherapy chamber, or a week fasting in the mountains, recalibrating his biorhythms with cutting-edge science. Where the Sheikh is surrounded by legacy, luxury, and loyalty, the tech billionaire is surrounded by metrics, innovation, and ambition. He doesn't need to be surrounded by people, only screens, numbers, and the next big breakthrough. One builds marble palaces to honor his ancestors. The other builds digital kingdoms to outlive himself. One lives in a literal fortress, guarded by tradition, loyalty, and gold. The other, his only real fortress is encryption, firewalls. Billion-dollar security teams protecting intellectual property instead of heirlooms. Yet both wield unimaginable influence. The Sheikh walks into rooms where people bow in reverence. Diplomats, kings, celebrities, they all come to kiss the ring. The tech billionaire enters rooms where people lean in, to listen, to invest, to follow. He doesn't command loyalty. He creates it through platforms. One holds power passed down from blood. The other holds power born from bandwidth. But here's the real question. Who really lives larger? Is it the man whose breakfast comes from a silver tray served by a butler in a robe worth more than a luxury watch? Or the man who skips breakfast entirely, because he's been too busy designing the future? Is it the sheikh who can halt traffic with a nod of his head? Or the tech titan who can crash markets with a single tweet? They both breathe rarefied air, but it's not the same air. The sheikh's world is tactile, material. Old world opulence wrapped in the scent of oud and the taste of saffron. The billionaire's world, it's intangible, digital, ethereal, measured in downloads, patents, and IPOs. And yet, both live outside the boundaries of normal life. Both shape reality for the rest of us. So as we begin this journey through two unimaginable lives, one rooted in sand and oil, the other in code and ambition, we must ask ourselves, are we looking at power or simply different expressions of it? Because in this world of private jets, royal bloodlines, and algorithmic empires, luxury isn't just about what you own. It's about how far your shadow stretches. Welcome to the Clash of Titans. This is Sheikh as tech billionaire, and this is just the beginning. Palaces vs private compounds. The sheikh's home isn't just a house, it's a kingdom. We're talking 400,000 square feet of architectural excess, gold faucets, indoor waterfalls, chandeliers the size of buses, a team of chefs flown in from Italy, France, and Tokyo, all prepping his breakfast at once, just in case he changes his mind. In Abu Dhabi, one sheikh even built a private zoo, not for tourists, for himself. Lions, giraffes, elephants, all roaming his backyard like it's the Lion King in 4K. Now, let's visit the tech billionaire, Mark Zuckerberg. His Hawaiian compound is so massive he bought the surrounding land just to keep people away. A modern fortress with face recognition doors, hidden bunkers, and an AI-powered garden that waters itself. Elon Musk? He sold his mansions, lives in a tiny $50,000 prefab box near SpaceX. Why? Because he says material things don't matter. Yet he also owns a Gulfstream G700 private jet worth $78 million, used more often than a city bus. So who's richer? One surrounds himself with palatial decadence. The other, with tech so powerful, it's invisible. Pets, yachts, and other wild things. Let's talk extravagance. Sheikhs are known to own yachts longer than a football field, complete with cinemas, submarines, and helipads. Some even coat the interiors with real gold. Their pets? Exotic doesn't even cover it. Think snow leopards, cheetahs, and lions. Inside the house, sleeping beside the bed. In some countries, it's illegal. In theirs, it's a sign of royal swagger. But tech billionaires, they splurge in other ways. Larry Ellison, co-founder of Oracle, bought 98% of a Hawaiian island. Not a villa, not a resort. An entire island, population, about 3,000. Land area, bigger than Manhattan. Jeff Bezos, his yacht is so big, it comes with a second yacht for the helicopter. And don't forget the $500 million price tag. Then there's Elon. His toys include flamethrowers, Tesla-powered speedboats, and plans to die on Mars, just not on impact. Both spend lavishly, but one throws money at the earthly divine, the other at redefining what's humanly possible. The money machine. The sheikh's wealth is inherited. Oil, gas, land. Trillions flowing from the earth's belly straight into royal accounts. He doesn't build companies. They buy them. They don't hustle. They rule. One Gulf state royal family is worth more than $1.4 trillion. Their daily oil revenues surpass some nations' yearly GDP. And that's before we count sovereign wealth funds, real estate empires, and global hotel chains. But tech billionaires? They built empires out of code. Jeff Bezos started in a garage. Today, he earns over $250,000 per minute. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook in a dorm room and ended up controlling the world's largest social network. Elon Musk turned risky dreams into Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, all three worth billions on their own. Their power comes from innovation, not inheritance, from hustle, not heritage. But make no mistake, they rule too, not with crowns, but with algorithms. Public image beats hidden power. Sheikhs are mysterious. They rarely appear in interviews. Their world is guarded, sacred, a fortress of luxury, silence, and tradition. Their names are whispered with reverence, and in their own countries, questioning them is dangerous. Tech billionaires, they're everywhere, on podcasts, on Twitter, at conferences. They tweet memes, pick fights online, and shape global discourse in 280 characters or less. Elon Musk can wipe billions off the stock market with one tweet. Jeff Bezos can change an entire city's economy by choosing where to build a new Amazon HQ. These men aren't just rich, they are gods of the digital age. But here's the twist. While tech billionaires influence the virtual world, the sheikhs influence the real one. Entire regions, oil markets, geopolitical alliances, wars. So who's more powerful? The man who controls your screen? Or the one who controls your fuel, your land, your nation? Legacy and longevity. Sheikhs think in dynasties. Their legacy spans generations. Palaces passed from father to son. Wealth transferred through centuries-old bloodlines. What they build today, they expect to last 500 years. Tech billionaires, they're racing against time. Their legacies aren't castles. They're ideas, self-driving cars, colonies on Mars, human consciousness uploaded to the cloud. They're not building kingdoms. They're rewriting reality. But will it last? Silicon Valley is ruthless. One mistake, and you're out. A tech empire can crumble faster than it was built. But a kingdom, a throne, that can last forever if your people never stop bowing. Who really lives larger? So who wins? Is it the sheikh, born into silk, ruling with oil-soaked hands, commanding a world of opulence, mystery, and untouched power? Or the tech billionaire, self-made, digital kingpins reshaping civilization with every launch, every like, every line of code? Truth is, they both live beyond the limits of ordinary life, but in different realms. The sheikh reigns in tradition, land, and legacy. The tech billionaire reigns in speed, scale, and software. But while the sheikh may own the desert, the tech billionaire is trying to own the universe. So maybe the real answer is this. The sheikh lives larger on Earth, but the tech billionaire, he's already left the planet. In the end, it's not just about money. Yes, both the sheikh and the tech billionaire command wealth that most of us can't even imagine. Yes, their toys are outrageous, their homes, palatial, their lives, surreal. But when you strip away the gold-plated Rolls Royces, when the code is no longer king and the oil wells run dry, what remains? Legacy. For the sheikh, it's about bloodlines, dynasties, centuries of rule embedded in the very sand they walk on. For the tech billionaire, it's disruption, evolution, a burning need to reshape the world, or leave it behind entirely. They live larger, but they live differently. One moves with a royal entourage, the other alone, on a mission to Mars. One was born into power, the other built it, line by line, deal by deal, sleepless night after sleepless night. So, who really lives larger? The truth is, it depends on how you define large. Is it land, influence, time, or the ability to change humanity's future? One thing is certain, they both reflect the dreams, the excesses, and the contradictions of the modern age. Because while we watch from behind our screens, they're rewriting the rules of what it means to have it all. This was Sheikh of a tech billionaire, who really lives larger. And in this battle of opulence, the real winner might just be perspective. If this video made you question what true power really looks like, then hit that subscribe button. Because the world of the ultra elite is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next.